Hey viewers, have you ever been on a walk through the living store? Let's go see what they have today. How could you use it to update or redo your home? It's getting close to the fall season, and maybe some of you want to remodel, or you just need a specific piece, or maybe it's time to update and get a new bedroom. Let's take a walk through the living store and see what they have. It's a fabulous store. I really enjoy it every time I go in here. Let's get going. Remember, you can pause and look and check out the signs they have and all of that at any time. What a selection of mattresses they have here. It's hard to choose in today's market what size and type of mattress, from soft to firm to extra firm. Do I want one with a topper? Do I want pillow top? Do I want European? What do I want? Let the experts at the living store explain it to you. Here's a nice one with a bench at the end, a nice manly headboard, footboard. They must be selling the display model here today because it says sold as is. Probably a negotiating tool there if you want. What does that really mean? Ask your salesman. Just exactly what does that mean? Without warranty or without cause, I guess. Sold as is. There's a nice dresser set, $9.95. What do you think of that color? I noticed one thing on my walk through here, the absence of color. Everything was extremely earth tone. Everything just fits in. A few years ago, you always had to have that statement piece, the bright colored piece. 1256 for this set as is. I wouldn't begin to say what their definition of as is. I don't know. Does that mean if it gets all beat up by the delivery guys? I don't know. Is that to eliminate the store from having any responsibility? I don't know. But please ask those questions and have a clear understanding, because once you give them your money, it's as is. Nice headboard, button tufted. How about you? Do you make your bed like that? Do you put a third blanket across it? Do you fold something up for display? Like this one, do you put a decorative piece across? Boy, that's a dresser, isn't it? Ooh, that's a nice one. More of this as is. That's pretty new to me. That was something I wasn't used to seeing, except maybe in the back room at the furniture store, where they had the scratch and dent that somebody else had returned or for some reason didn't want, and they were now trying to just get rid of it. But I'm unaccustomed to a bunch of as is out on the display floor. What do you think? Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think the as is means. This one doesn't say it. What about this bench here at the end? I can think of 100 reasons why I wouldn't want that bench. First one is everything's going to snag on those resin straw that's on there. Any kind of material you put on it, it doesn't have a good smooth or surface. It doesn't. Yeah, my dog would certainly like to chew it up. I'm kind of unusual when it comes to furniture. I buy furniture for my comfort and then try to get something that's appealing to look at. But number one is, do I like it and does it fit me? I'm uh, I'm kind of past that decorating for everybody else. I decorate for me. Oh, wow. Somebody must have banged their head on the headboard once. What do you think? Up there feeling how hard the headboard is. Yes, sir. Obviously a concern that lady had. She must have banged her head on the headboard. How about that? How many of you have 8 pillows on your bed? How many of you decorate your bed with extra pillows every day? I can't hear you. Oh, okay. Well, my bed has 4 pillows on it every day. One I sleep on, one I use to prop myself up on that goes on the side of the beside my bed at night when I go to sleep. In the morning when I get up, it goes back up on the. There's a nice chase. Need that extra bedroom, place to lay down in that extra bedroom, but you don't want a full size bed. Look at the color down through there as you look out across the store. Looks like they forgot half, 2/3 of the spectrum. Red, green, orange, and blue aren't out there, are they? 5 shades of white and 5 shades of brown. But I guess from a sales perspective, from the showroom perspective, none of that furniture in there is going to clash with your house. It's all neutral. How about flex steel? Viewers, tell me what you know about flex steel. At one point in my life, I lived in a town that did nothing but make flex steel furniture. A huge plant, actually 5 huge plants. And then they moved all of the home furnishing flex steel operation to India. And the only thing left being made in the U.S. was furniture for RVs. So as you look at that, you might want to go home and look up where that particular brand model of flex steel furniture is being made. At the time when it was being made in Arkansas, it was very nice furniture. That's a nice looking swivel recliner, isn't it? Look how wide the arms are on that. Certainly are big and nice. Takes a lot of space for a family of 5 to have each one of them have a chair like that. Takes a large size living room. Here's a little smaller. Not quite so big. Well, blue. I guess that's closer to gray than blue. Pretty neutral blue. But there is a little bit of color there. There's a tan one down the line there a little. What do you think of those high leg ones? You know what those are good for? Those are good for your automatic sweeper to run at night. That way they can get under your furniture. Get those ghost bunnies. How do you all make sure you get all of that? Myself, I take my miniature leaf blower I go on one side of the room and I blow back and forth across the room gently and blow all those ghost bunnies up to one wall and then vacuum them up there instead of trying to chase them around all over the room. Kind of like cleaning off your porch. Blow all the leaves to one side and then vacuum them up there. Well, that's a nice looking one. Got a big storage compartment on the side. Yes, sir. Where do you all comparison shop? Leave me a comment. If you go in the living goods store here, the living store, and you shop for stuff and then you want to go home and comparison shop it, where do you go? Do you go to your local furniture store or do you go to Wayfair and pull up styles? Do you go to Ashley? Who's your comparison shopping? Or if you go to Ashley, do you use the living store for comparison shopping? How about IKEA? Is there any comparison between a store like this and the stuff they have in IKEA? Tell me what you think, viewers. Have any of you never been in an IKEA store? I've been in IKEA stores in 5 different countries, and they're all pretty much the same. The signs are a little different in different countries, but the layout and merchandise all pretty much the same. All different kinds of dining setups, benches, contemporary, modern, all different kinds of materials. What kind of chairs do you want? Do you want chairs that roll around, chairs that slide? There's that as is coming out again. There's your slider chairs. Look at that thick thing. Tell me how many times your family member's got to get poked by the corner of that table. That looks like a pretty sharp corner on that table, doesn't it? How about if you got a 5-year-old running around? What's the corner of that table going to do to him? Got to think about that stuff. Here's one here that's a throwback to the old farmhouse tables. That looks like a Formica table from the 60s. There's a breakfast nook table. $8.19 as is. What do you think about when you look at this furniture? Do you think about Uncle Vic that weighs 350 and he might be coming over to dinner? Uncle Vic's going to look at some of these chairs and say, I'm not sitting in that chair. Always a consideration. Who's going to be there for the Thanksgiving party? Who's going to be there for Christmas? That's a nice looking set. You can always push it up against the wall with the bench under it, and then when you have more people, you can pull it out. Finally, a little bit of living room furniture with some color. Man, they got a lot of stuff in this store, don't they? Wow. You could spend a long time in there sitting down and getting up and sitting down and getting up and uh-oh, that's the first green I've seen. $2,300. I don't know what you call it. Looks like it's something you jump on and then try to figure out how to get up later. Double Chase Lounge. No graceful way to get up from that. Your 80-year-old grandma might have trouble. There's a big one. Take a nice sized living room to put all that in, won't it? How about it, folks? How many of you have a coffee table in your living room? And if you have a coffee table, what do you use it for? What's on it? Look at it right now. Leave me a comment what's currently on it and how long's it been on there. Do you put a centerpiece on it? Do you put some flowers on it? Is it a junk collector for the mail? What do you use it for? My daughter's got one in her house that my father built in the 1940s when he was a metalsmith for the railroad. It's marble and wrought iron. It's 85 years old and still going strong. It's on its fourth generation of family. But it's more of a family heirloom than a coffee table. That marble top is virtually indestructible. About 20 years ago, I took it in and had it repolished, and it's as good as new. The movers cringe every time somebody moves and that table has to be moved, but it's a fine piece of handmade furniture from the 40s. Do you have a piece of furniture like that? Do you have an heirloom piece of furniture in your house? When my wife and I downsized, we gave it to our daughter, and she's got a 16-year-old son now that's he's used it for many, many years. More big chases. Look at the size of that baby. I guess if you got a sunroom, that takes up the whole sunroom. I still have a problem with how do you get up from it? Where's the sky hook? What's what's getting me up? Chase Lounge, 1250. I'm at that point in my life where I'm more into how do I get up from it than how do I get down into it. I guess you have to buy the furniture by what color the dog you have or the cat you have so the dog hair and cat hair won't show on the furniture. Well, you got to think about a lot of stuff when you go look at furniture, don't you? Well, there's a colorful piece I didn't remember seeing. Look at that thing. Man, that looked good at a Home Depot, wouldn't it? That orange. About 6 weeks a year, it looks good for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Rest of the time, it looks like it escaped from Home Depot. Yes, all the shelves and tables and everything, they have lots of knickknacks on them in here for sale too. Lots of tchotchkes, lots of trinkets. Update your decor a little. Well, viewers, thanks for stopping by. Leave me a comment. Let me know. It doesn't cost to subscribe.